Hey there, welcome to another Power Up. I'm going to talk about a topic now that is, it's an interesting one for me. It's something I've had to work on. Really, all of these things are things I've had to work on. But let's talk about a topic about responding to problems, responding to people in situations. There's two things, well, maybe three, that are options in front of us. First of all, is a good old-fashioned reaction. We can react to a problem. We can react to somebody's anger. We can react to somebody's dismissal of us. We can react to their attitude. We can react with kindness. It doesn't all have to be negative. We can react to a loving gesture with more love or kindness. So reacting is not necessarily all bad in certain cases. Most of the time when we think of a reaction, we tend to think of it negatively. For example, driving in traffic and someone pulls out in front of you, and you yell and scream and honk your horn. That's a reaction. You were scared, so fear was the emotion at play, and the response was anger. Anger is the presenting emotion, if you will. Fear is the underlying emotion. That's what tends to happen when we react. Another option is responding. One is, someone pulls out in front of you, you hit the brakes, and you say, well, look, I've done that before. Person probably, didn't see me, whatever. Or maybe they were being belligerent, but you're choosing not to respond or not to react. You're just going to respond calmly. That's another way to handle an issue. A third type of thing is you don't respond at all. Now, obviously, if somebody pulls out in front of you in traffic, you have to do something. But when it comes to dialogue with other human beings, dialogue with customers or whatever your area is, customers, patients, clients, whatever the case may be, professionally, you have to make types of decisions. Interesting thing is sometimes our reactions professionally are more appropriate than they are personally when we have the same kind of thing happen to us personally. So the curiosity to ask there is why? Why do we react different? It's a good question. Only you can answer that for yourself. The one thing I want to talk about with the rest of our time here is the last option, which is not responding. When is it wise to not respond? There are times in our ways where, we get our sense of justice kicks in where we feel like I have to respond to this, or I have to stand my ground, or I have to do this. There's times where the best thing in standing your ground is no response at all, where you don't give that person the power or the authority to control your emotions or to influence your emotions really more accurately. We make choices, like we choose anger. Somebody doesn't make us angry. Another topic. But one of the things that I want to encourage all of us to do, and myself included here, is to know when silence is actually the most appropriate response. When saying nothing is saying everything. When the opportunity in front of you is to escalate the situation, make it worse, or to de-escalate the situation by not responding. Someone sends a nasty text, or a patient, customer, client, however you want to say it, responds harshly or negatively. The option there is to not respond at all to that particular thing, but to diffuse it by a kind comment or a passive comment. Something like, there's a myriad of different ways to respond. In our 5-minute power-up, there's not enough time to dive into that. I'm tempted to go there, but I don't think that's necessarily going to fit right now. What I think I want to do is make sure that you understand that you have permission to not respond to everything. Time, space, that kind of thing. Sometimes you need a little space to respond, or so you don't react. But sometimes you don't even have to respond at all. It doesn't merit a response. I hear people say all the time, well, I need to do this, or I need to do that, or I need closure, or I need whatever the situation may be. These are conversations I hear a lot. But if you know where you stand, if you know what was right, and you know that you're not in any position to be threatened in any way, shape, or form, then sometimes the smartest thing to do is not respond at all. So there's your power up for today. I hope that's helpful to you in some way, personally or professionally. Thank you.